I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go get my pickup truck and I'm gonna ride down this road. That's how excited I am about my new gravel. That's the little things in life that make simple people happy. So I am gonna have to go back to the house probably this afternoon and cut grass. But again, we're back out here at the farm property because I've got my gravel trucks coming in. Thank goodness we haven't had rain, which is bad for the crops, but it's good for the driveway. Anyways, we're putting huge driveways in here. So the main driveway up here is several hundred yards long and there's trees on either side. I'll explain that in a minute. The other one is through all the farm fields. Our concern was that if the main driveway, if we ever had a really bad storm and trees go down, we couldn't get out of here. We'd be stuck here. So that's why I'm putting in the other driveway. We're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about the two different types of gravel that most people use. One is 57 and one is crush and run or crusher run. You can call it either. We're using spreader trucks. I know you look down in the comments, I guarantee you someone say, I've been spreading with a dump truck all my life and it's perfect. No, it's not. When you use a spreader truck, I call them spinner trucks. They have a spinner on the back. You get a perfectly even spread. I mean, it's just perfect. If you use a dump truck, there's no way to get that. You're going to have areas that are 1 inch, areas that are 4 inches, and you can go back and rake it. So when you contact someone, ask them, do you have a spreader / spinner truck that has the spinner on the back? I don't know what the hell you call them. Let's talk about the two different types of gravel, 57 and crusher run. 57 is large. This actually isn't. So 57 is going to look something like this. It's an angular, usually granite. It's a larger rock. The nice thing about this stuff is it doesn't get stuck in your tires. 57 is big enough where it won't typically stick in your truck tires or car tires. It's really good for drainage. So here's the way I like to do it. You'll ask 50 people and you'll get 25 different answers. I like to come in and I like to put a base of 57 gravel, and that gives me real good drainage. Then on that driveway, we came back in after we had it real solid, came back in with crush and run. Now crush and run actually has dirt inside of it, small particles and dirt and sand, and it'll actually lock up. So it'll be really firm. Then once the construction is done and I got all my trucks out of here, I'll come back and probably put more 57 on top because it just looks pretty. Let's talk about the back entrance. So we have had close to 100 trees taken out of here to open up this for this new sunroom view we're gonna have. And then we had all the trees out back taken down. But this road was never here. So there never was a road or driveway that went up here and all the way through the fields to the other gate that's up there. We wanted to have a second entrance, and it's also nice to be able to send trucks in this way too. So we have installed this whole new driveway. That's what we're doing today. Now that I got all my big tree guys out of here, I figured it's nice and dry. Let's get that gravel down. That's what I'm doing. Here we come. seeing if that was a truck. I forgot to mention real quick, these trucks hold 17 tons of gravel. 17 tons. Pricing. Oh gosh, it depends where you're located and how close to the quarry you are, I guess. But I would say $600 to $900 per load is a pretty common price range, and that's for a spreader truck delivered. So it really, to be honest, it's not that expensive. Even my wife was kind of shocked when I told her, you know, we're bringing in 4 loads of 57 gravel, and she's thinking $10,000, and you know, it's probably more like you know, $2,500 to have a 1/4 mile long driveway installed. It's pretty inexpensive. Hope it doesn't hit my UTV. There we go. Now we're talking. And now I'm actually walking on a nice little gravel road here. So I want to reiterate one thing I've learned through experience is that if you have like big depressions in your road that are soft and muddy, this isn't going to cure that. You need to cure the water runoff. The gravel will help firm it up some, but you really need to get in there and start getting that drainage off, that water drain off. Man, that's so nice. I'm actually going to bring my truck up here, and I'm actually going to drive my truck up here now. Okay, so this is the other entrance at the very top of the property. Was all just trees and pasture. Look at all those pecan trees. It's crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ride you down the whole driveway just so you can see it. That's it. So there's actually a conveyor belt that brings out the gravel, then it hits the spinners. And I told them to slow them down to do it a little bit more narrow. And narrow. Now he's only going out about 6 to 7 feet. Gorgeous. Look at that. Now, oh, we got ourselves a nice little road here. I don't think I have any more big trucks coming through. And so that should be it. There's nothing that should ruin that road for me. Again, you may have to do this, come back and do this the next year, the next season. But once you get this road established, now if I wanted to, I could come back in here with crush and run, do a load of crush and run to lock it up, and then do more 57 on top. But I think I'd prefer just the 57 back in the fields for the drainage issue. Pretty cool. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go get my pickup truck and I'm gonna ride down this road. That's how excited I am about my new gravel. That's the little things in life that make simple people happy.